Hey everybody, Joy here. It is 2:30 something on Sunday afternoon, December 29, 2019. And I have been getting my Do It Better Yourself free tea pattern ready. Because I want to use that one because a lot of you might not have the Sure Fit, or not the Sure Fit, the Fit Nice. A lot of you might not have the Fit Nice pattern. And this one's free and you can just get it now. Yesterday, the day before. Okay? Now, they say their patterns are no trim, but I had to trim every page. You can see here, I've got all this confetti on my table. I had to trim. I'm going to put a picture right here. Look at it real quick. All right, you can see how it's a big puzzle. The top is all the A's, the middle row is all the B's, the third and end row is all the C's. So it's quite easy. I did end up with some really screwy matches. I had a really bad match on here somewhere where it didn't match up at all. Right here, you can see this one. You can see it isn't perfect. But this one had a giant boob right here in the paper, and this is called the flat pattern method, y'all, and your pattern has to be flat. You have to get all the mountains and the hills and the valleys out of your paper pattern, okay? So sometimes those little things might not match up. Now, if any of you know how to make them match up totally, please tell me, please tell me. All right, so this is the front. I want to show you something. We're going to make the Dondi top. This pattern comes with 3 necklines. The neckline that you're going to need for the Dondi top is this neckline right here that's already there for you. Oh my gosh, can you get any easier, you guys? You're going to make this top 100 times. You'll just cut it out on that lower neckline shape. And that's what we'll use to make the Dondi top. Isn't that awesome? So, that gives you the front. This set of papers gives you the sleeve and a finish for the low crew neck. The low crew neck. I'm not making the low crew neck. Let me pin this together, you guys. It popped open. You guys want to put lots of tape. Now see, I've got a bump in this one again. See, if I tape that so it matches, it makes a bump right here. So I am going to untape it there in the middle where the bump is, and I'm just going to flatten it out and smash it down because it has to match on the outside edges. Okay, see? So that's the sleeve. It has 3 sleeve lengths, 4. It has 4 sleeve lengths, 3 necklines. It's an awesome free pattern, you guys. It's wonderful. So that's the sleeve. Over here, got my confetti going everywhere. Let me put one more tape on this one. This is the back. And I don't have very much tape on it yet. So that's the back. Okay? And this is just trim to finish the neckline with. We're not going to need that because we're not going to finish the neckline that way. Okay? Alrighty. Everything should be ready. There's one more piece in the pattern for the scoop neck. And it's just if you're going to finish it. And you might want to. Make all 3 necks, make all 4 sleeve lengths. Finish the neck with the trim pieces. You'll learn how to do that, and it's wonderful to know. You know, you can make this t-shirt to look so many different ways. Nobody would know it was one free pattern. It's awesome! All right, I'm going to do my FBA in it, and I am going to do it like in these instructions, starting on page 17 and 18 and 19 and 20 and 21. And then we will have what looks like the top of this page. Yeah. But that will have incorporated a full bust adjustment. Brilliant! Just brilliant. Then you take this chopped up mess and you trace around it and you make yourself a nice brand new pattern, and nobody will even know there's an FBA in it. But be sure you put down a note on it that there is an FBA in it, or you may not know. And you may put another FBA in it. And that would fit Dolly Parton. Okay? So, pick up all your confetti, throw it all away, and Lauren called me yesterday, and she said, Grandma, I've been watching your video, and she said, I see a whole bunch of those women want to make the top, and she said, what if I did the video with you? Because I'm a super beginner and I don't know what I'm doing, and then you could tell me what to do and I could do it, and then they could see anybody could do it. The only problem is Lauren's 150 miles away from here. So I would love to do that. I would love to do it so very, very much. So you guys might have to wait a week or two if we do it that way. But for now, get your pattern ready, cut it out, follow the instructions. It tells you what to do about if you need it wider in the hips, wider at the top. I'm sure it's got a round back and a sway back and everything else in it. But if it doesn't, when I get my top and my back changed, I'll come back and show you what they look like after the changes that I did in them, okay? All right. This is an insert. I forgot. I went downstairs and I sat in front of my big screen monitor down there, and I showed you guys how to get this free pattern. In case you don't know, I showed you how to get it, how to download it, and how to print it out and everything. So I will put that clip right here. Hey everybody, let's look around this new website that I just found the other day and I told you about in my last video. It's the DIBY Do It By Yourself Club. I have never seen a website anywhere, maybe some of the indies, but most of the places I've been, I have never seen the free help and information and guides that are included with a free F-R-E-E, free pattern. So I want to show you, for those of you that are having a little bit of confusion and having a little bit of trouble figuring out what to do here, this is when you go to the website, www.Doitbetteryourself.Club. This is what you're going to come up with when it first opens up. You're going to come up here and click on Patterns. And don't click on it, just move your mouse to Patterns. Don't click yet. Scroll down to Free Sewing Patterns. Thank God the internet's working right now. Cross your fingers. Then you're going to scroll down until you find the women's, right here, ABB T. Women's ABB T. You come down here, you can see it used to be $11.99, but it is 0 cents right now. Notice it has 5 stars. So you'll just add to your cart. And then over here, you will see it's in your cart and it says price 0, subtotal 0. But you still have to go to checkout. All right? So you click on proceed to checkout, even though it's free. The next thing that's going to come up is this checkout page. Let's scroll down past my personal information to the bottom of the page. And here you are. There you are, the anything but basic T 000, but you still have to order it. You haven't had to put any credit card information or PayPal or anything like that, so just put place order. Alright, so after you have done that and you have said place order, you're going to get an email. And in the email, it is going to say, here's your order. You either can go into that email and download all the information they send you, which is massive, or you can just come back here and go to My Account, and then you come over here to Downloads. Click on Downloads, and anything you have paid for or not paid for, if it was free, it's all going to be right here. Now, you will notice, let me get a poker pointer, that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, anything but basic women's tees there. Why are there 7 of them when you only ordered 1? Come over here to this side. Let me see if you can see that. Yes, you can. This one says it's for U.S. letter paper. This one said it's for A4. I have no clue what that is. This says it's for copy shop. You know that's if you take it to a print shop. I tried that one time. They said they couldn't do it. They didn't have big enough paper. This one is for plus sizes. These first 3 are for Mrs. sizes. Then you have 3 for plus sizes. Then you have instructions. This is the T, instructions. You definitely want that. Okay? So, you'll pick which Mrs. pattern you want, either regular or plus, and then you'll also download the instructions. And the instructions are absolutely amazing. Amazing. Let's look at them. It'll come into your computer as a PDF file. Then once it's in your computer, it's downloaded. Then we can click on it and open it up and look at it. I printed it out for myself because I think it's just absolutely fabulous. Do you realize that their instructions include a full bust adjustment? Beyond belief. Here it is. Here's this lady that has enough hair for 25 people. I'm always so envious of hair like that because my whole head of hair could probably cover up about this much of her head right here. But praise God, I've got hair, right? Now, I used to have eyebrows bigger than hers. My eyebrows used to touch in the middle. Anyway, she's very beautiful. I guess she's the owner of the company or the director or something. So when you order their patterns, you get the layers feature. What the layers feature is, it means that you don't have to print out all the sizes and have 500 different blue, red, green, pink, orange, all those different sizes and all those different lines, which will never, ever, ever match up. So what you can do is just choose the layer. I chose size 12. And so I just clicked the eyeball on all the other sizes. So there was only one eyeball showing, and that was size 12. And that's what I printed out. Here's video instruction, comes with it. This says no trim. Now, I don't know why they call it no trim because I had to trim every single page. I don't know what that's about. I did not have to trim it as much as I usually do, but I still had to trim it. And the mark that you're going to match up looks just like this mark. So it's got a mark in the corner of every page, and then you match up those marks. Although, like I said, some of mine didn't match up very well. It has inclusive sizing. I don't know what that means. It has the PDF pattern, which you're going to print out and glue together. This is just a top that has a front, a back, and a sleeve. So very, very little. It had 7 pages across and 3 rows, if I remember right. And it has custom fit. Look at this here. Circle it in big, bright, sparkly red letters. Custom fit tutorials. You guys, this is a free college course on how to make this pattern fit you. I cannot recommend it any higher than I'm trying to recommend it to you now. Amazing, awful, fabulous information, and it even gives you a full bust adjustment. Look here, this is it. I don't know what you guys can see, but this is all the pages I printed out. It's just packed. And I have it marked back here. Let me get behind the camera so I can see what y'all can see. I have it marked back here on page 17. Look what it says. Full bust adjustment. See there? It starts out showing you how to find where your apex is and compare it to the pattern. And then it gives you pages and pages of how to do the FBA. And it's a really good one because it's a dartless FBA. Kind of like the one Whitney did. Okay? So here it is. You don't need me to show you this, y'all. It's right here. And not only do they show you the bust, they show you the entire garment and how to make it. If you're one size on top, 2 sizes bigger on the bottom. I'm looking for this. It shows you how to start at one size and change it to a bigger size, okay? But you cannot do that for an FBA. It tells you. Look there, I circled my numbers. You can see how far off I am. I'm 3 different sizes. From a size 6, get that, a size 6? Yeah. And up to a 10. Actually, if we went to my full hip, it would be a size 14. But I don't need that because I'm just going to make this pattern bigger where I need it bigger. But y'all print this out. Take it to your bed at night. Get a cup of water, a glass of ice water, because iced tea will keep you awake all night. And look at this. It's wonderful. It's just wonderful. I'm so impressed with this company. Okay? So, that's how you order your free t-shirt pattern. And this is how you download it. Now I'll show you how you open it in your computer, just in case you're not familiar with Adobe, okay? Alright, you have to have Acrobat Reader. Adobe Acrobat Reader. If you don't have it, go to Google, type free Acrobat Reader, and then download it because it's free. It comes up needing Windows 10. If you don't have Windows 10, figure out how to do it with other I don't even know what those are called, programs. No, I don't want to make them my default whatever. Okay? So here is what you get. You get that Mrs. Size T. You get the printable measure chart. You get a printable FBA chart. And in a separate file, you get the instructions. Okay? So I've already opened these so it knows them. But say they weren't open yet. You're going to come up here to File. Can you see File on my computer? Maybe not. Hello, let's go up to File. Yeah, you should be able to see File now. Go to File. I don't know if you can see it. Hello, yes you can. Go to File, Open. Now usually when you download this stuff, it's going to go into your Downloads folder. That's where mine are. So then you will choose. I've put the instructions in here twice. So the instructions will be one file. The measurement chart will be another one. The FBA chart will be another one, and the pattern will be another one. So just open it. Let's open the pattern. Let's open that. Here it is. Now, you can see, I think you can see, you can see that all the sizes that they have came up. The sizes aren't even marked. You don't know what size is what. All you know is there's a whole bunch of sizes there and you have no clue what your size is. So, you're going to come over here to where these pages are stacked on top of each other. Right here. Click, it says Layers. View layers and show hide their contents. Right there. It's this icon, the 1, 2, 3 pieces of paper floating on top of each other, and it's called Layers. Click on that. Alright, now you can see that there's a no trim print guide, there's a labels layer, and then there's size 0 through 20. Alright, what we're going to do, I was size 12, so I clicked off 14, 16, 18, and 20. They're gone. Watch them disappear over here. I clicked off 0, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Now there I am. That's size 12, and that's only size 12. I don't need all those other sizes. So I'm going to print this out with just that one size showing. I'm going to keep the labels layer. If I click that, all the writing goes away. I need that writing, as I'm not sure what that writing says yet. And then this no trim print guide, if you don't leave that, let me show you. See right there, there's no X, there's no circle, no X. If you turn that on, then you get your circles and your X's in the corners, and you definitely need those to line up your copies. Okay? So, it's easy peasy, you guys. Now, when you go to tell it to print, you are going to make positive that it doesn't say fit and it doesn't say shrink oversized pages. I'm not sure if actual size would work, it might, but I choose custom scale 100%. Then print out just page 1, just page 1. Print out page 1 only. Up here where it says pages, change that to a 1 and tab. And then tell it to print that out. Because there is this little tester square on page 1 and it's only on page 1. You want to print that out and measure that square. If that square does not come out 1 inch by 1 inch, or this bigger one 4 centimeters by 4 centimeters, back up the truck, start over. Print that page until this comes out 1 inch square, or you might as well just save a whole lot of paper and a whole lot of ink and go to bed. Okay? Alrighty. I think that's all I need to show you. If you have any other questions, please ask me in the comments below. Okay, I hope that was helpful for you. Print out the instruction. It's a book, you guys. It's a book. It is 28 pages long. Yeah, 28 pages long. Thank goodness we've got 3 printers in this house because I already ran the ink out of mine up here. I had to go downstairs and use Jerry's. Anyhow, have fun. Put your stuff together, cut out your pattern, and then we'll get back together again, okay? I'm starting my FBA. Thought I'd show you what it looks like. It looks just like the pictures that I told you about. Here's page 18. And I've made all these marks just like they've told me to. So, I have my line here, this red line going all the way up and down. That is a distance from center front of the pattern into 1/2 the distance between your apexes. You can see here I mark my apex. On the pattern, the full bust location is up here. On me, the full bust location is down here. This is just on the paper. Okay? You measure. It tells you to measure from your neck down to your apex. Add the seam allowance, which is 3/8 inch. So I'm 11 3/8 inch. So I came down 11 3/8 inch and I drew my line here at the 11 3/8 inch point. Then I drew my line up here into the arm's eye like it says to do. Mark the 3/8 inch. And then I drew 2 inches down. You come from this point of the arm's eye down here 2 inches. Then you meet that point over here to your apex. Okay? So that's how you begin. You draw this line 4 inches in all the way down. Okay? I'm not sure why you do that yet, but we'll find out. Here's the first thing you do after you draw those lines. Remember I told you draw that 4 inch over line all the way down to the bottom. You cut up that line, they call it line A, to your apex, over to the 3/8 inch seam line, jump it, and then cut the rest of the way over. I'll be back. They tell you here on page 16 how to determine the measurement you need for your full bust adjustment. They have you take the pattern's full bust, which is 39.5 on a size 12, and subtract it from you. Then they have you divide that number by 2. I came up with 1 1/4 inch, which is perfect. That's what I always come up with, doing it the other way, where I pin it on my body and figure out how much I need, okay? Now, they tell you to cut a piece of paper that measurement. They tell you to cut it the length of your garment from the armpit and the width that you measured 1 1/4 inch. You don't need to do that. Just cut a piece of paper. See my piece of paper? Just cut a piece of paper, you know, is more than you need. See? And just stick it under there and tape it down. Tape it down here. This is your pivot. See how we pivot? Pivot along and sing a song. See here? You just pivot, pivot. So what we're going to do, instead of doing it their way and making this piece of paper the exact measurement of 1 1/4 inch, I'm going to draw a 1 1/4 inch line. Let me put this on the tripod. All right, here's my piece of paper. You can see it. It's loosey-goosey. It extends here about a 1/2 inch and it goes up here into that dart area. And I have it taped down right here. Right here. There's a piece of tape. I'm going to take a ruler and I'm going to draw a line 1 1/4 inch away from there. 1 1/4 inch. This is super easy. Super easy, and this will give you the extra that you need for your full bust. You have to do it all the way up to where that point is. 1 1/4. Do it all the way up. Now, what they tell you to do, and this is different. My FBAs are different than this. This is a new kind, but I'm sure it's a really great one, so that's what I'm going to use. They tell you to put this point at that measurement line. Remember, mine is 1 1/4 inch. That's the answer I got when I took my full bust of 42. I subtracted the full bust of a size 12, 39.5, and I divided that by 2. I got 1 1/4 inches to make this area right here, which is how much my FBA is. All right, so what do they tell you to do next? Well, let's see. This is line B. We're going to tape that down. You're going to have tape up to your elbows. Just enjoy it. You're going to have a wonderful garment when you get through. This is the hard part. Putting it together is nothing. Putting it together is super, super easy. Ask Lauren. All right, so now it told us to tape this line down. So now we have this taped and this taped. And so now we're only loose right here, okay? Let's see what it says to do next. It says, measure the vertical distance between your 2 original apex points. All right, so we're going to measure this distance between where I was and where I am now. And I am at 1 1/2. I'm at 1 1/2 inches right there. They want us to cut this and move it down 1 1/2 inches. I'm not going to do that. I am going to, and I don't know exactly what all's going to happen here. I don't know yet, so y'all are learning with me. I'm going to slap a piece of paper under here. If they want me to extend that, I'll extend it from the bottom. I'm not going to cut it up here and move it down. And I have to extend it 1 1/2 inch because that's what I measured. So I'm going to measure 1 1/2 inch and add that on to the bottom, okay? So I've added it on. I've done the same thing. I've just done it different. If you want to do it their way, please do. All right, so that's plus 1 1/2 inch in the length. Make yourself some notes, some marks, some hieroglyphics, some icons, whatever you want to call them. Okay, so this is what we've got now. Now it says, cut along line C. This is line C right here. Line C is the one that goes out here at the side seam underneath your armpit. That's line C. This here was line B, and this is line A. They want me to cut from here, from my old bust point, over to the very edge, but not through. And not to the seam line either, just almost to the edge. Then they want to take this and fold it up. Look at that. Isn't that wild, child? This is kind of fun. I just love doing these FBAs. I think they're so cool. So they want us to take this, and hinge it back in and match it up to what it wants is this to be parallel to this, because this is no longer, it's no longer 1 1/4 inch. It's different now. Now the distance is only 3/4 of an inch. Tape everything into place. Then we're going to come over here, and what are we going to do here? It looks like we're going to make sure our waist and our full hip is in the right place. And then we're going to join this point down here, this point up to that point in a nice curve. Okay? So they have you keep it straight. Can you all still see? They have you keep it straight to there. So you're just going to curve it all the way up to there. Oh my heavens. That's kind of drastic, people. That's kind of drastic. Wow. I really want it that curved. That's what they say to do. That's what they say to do. They say to do that right there. This is your side seam. This is your center front. The center front is 1.5 inches lower because it allows to go over a full bust. Okay? So this is my front pattern. And I'm going to cut the neck that I want to use for the Dondi top. This one right down here. And I actually might cut mine open a little more later, but I'll show you. And when I say that, what I might do is take my curve. I might take my curve and I might put it there. These necklines are all on the French curve, so there it is. I might just move it in. I might move it in some, because I kind of like my neckline open quite a bit. But we'll see. I'll put it on first to see. You can put that neckline wherever you want it. You'll want to check it and, you know, make sure your bra doesn't show. We're on the back now, and I am going to put in what I always put in every pattern in the whole wide world. And when you figure out what adjustments you need, you can put them in every pattern. I always come above the waist a little bit. I don't go right at the waistline. I come above the waist. In fact, I'm not even sure I shouldn't go higher than that. For my way back, let me see how far down that is. Yeah, that's fine. It's about 15 inches. So I'm going to do sway here. And I'm going to come way up here, almost to the neck. And I'm going to do round. Here, I'm going to add 1 inch. I'm going to add 1 inch. I'm going to make this wider, 1 inch here, and it's going to go to nothing over here. So I've got to mark the 3/8 inch seam line. 3/8 inch right there. I need to do the same thing on the sway back, although I think it works either way, whether you mark the seam or you don't. All right, for the sway back, I'm going to do minus 5/8 inch. Why? Because that's what I always do. This pattern may be drafted so I don't need it, but after I make my very first one, we'll figure that out. Okay? So for a sway back, we're going to cut from center back, jump the seam line, and cut again. We are going to mark 5/8 inch. 5/8 inch. Right there. That's 5/8 inch. Cross it over here, nothing over there. That's a sway back. It's that simple. You can see it curves in there right now. Because I curve in there right now. Now, the round back is up here. Some people can have a low round back and a high round back. Some people need it way up here by the neck. I just know that if I put it a little bit down from the neck, that it works for me, okay? So I'm gonna cut that over to the seam line, jump it and cut again. And I'm gonna open this up. It came off, but that's okay. I'm gonna open that up, just like a mouth. See? Open, close, shut, open, shut, open. Alrighty? And we're gonna put some paper in there, because we have lots of paper. What kind of paper do you use? I buy mine by the case from Amazon. All right, so I'm going to change this. I think I'll do 3/4 of an inch, just because I haven't made this pattern before. So instead of doing a whole inch, I'm just going to do 3/4 of an inch. And then it'll look good even if I might need a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm going to take the back and the front, and I'm going to pin them together. I hate it when they're upside down though. I'm going to pin them together on the side seam. So you can see down here, the front, this is the front on top, this is the back. You can see the front matches the back here on the side. But over here, where it comes down my tummy and down my lumps, my inner tube, my Michelin tire, it's longer. It's quite a bit longer. And that's the way I have to have it, and I know I have to have it that way. When you see me wearing this, this will be the same height from the floor as this. Okay? So I'm going to pin it together, try it on, see if I like my adjustments, then I'm going to make one so I can show you guys what it looks like. Hello, where is your head?